Sir, and also good morning to our respected HOD ma'am and our staff member, and to all my dear students. I welcome you all in today's session about hands-on on PHP and HTML, which is useful to you all students for your project. Without wasting much time, I would like to welcome our today's speaker, Mr. Aksar More sir. On behalf of Parul Polytechnic Institute, welcome you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, madam. And
Yes.
thank you all the respected faculty members and supporting staff of Parul University, Parul Polytechnic Institute, Computer Science and IT Department. Thank you very much. So, good morning, students. Am I audible to everyone? So, just give me any flex signal from any one of you or any faculty member that I am audible properly to everyone.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. So, and meanwhile, sir, if there is some interruption from my side or anywhere, so just give me the hint so that I can stop and we can move back also. So, good morning, student, once again. And today, I will just give you a very good overview about the importance of web designing and web technologies, especially when we want to build up any website or when we want to build up any web application. Now, maybe you are in the final year of your degree and somewhere you are come across with the subject project and all that. So just keep these curriculum activities aside for our next 1.5 an hour. And now focus on few important points which I am across with you and which I am discussing with you. So first thing that the table of content, what we will cover today. The first thing is what is web development. See, everywhere we are seeing the website, number of websites we are accessing daily, but actually how these websites are developed and what is actually the mean of this web development and all. Then what are the popular technologies for the web then? It is not only PHP is there. There are some other competing technologies are which are very much have a good feature for the support of the web development. Then the next one is PHP. Why PHP? Because today's our topic, today's our session is more focused on the PHP. So I will give you the highlight, I will give you the overview, I will give you some key functionalities that is related to PHP. Then for each and every technology, we would need some development environment. So what is the development environment we need for the PHP? Then sir, there are some local servers, and at the last and the most important point is the demo. Okay, so these are the table of content that we will cover today. So first, I will start a very little definition and very little introduction that what and from the development point of view, there are only two domains. From the development point of view, there are only two domains. The one domain that is known as the mobile application development, and the other one is that is the web development or the Windows application development. In mobile application development, we are developing the application using either Android, iOS, or a Windows platform, and in some other technologies. The other part of the coin is that is the web development or Windows application development, where the applications are developed and they are running successfully using these our computer devices. So these are the two basic domains in which we can go or in which the computer or the software or the applications are developed. So we are focused very much on the web development today. So web development is what? Web development with us, it is a task or it is a one type of project where our software or where our programs are running or hosting over the internet, and ultimately what we are developing the website. This is what simply when we are talk about the web development. So web development means what? Simply we are development of the website. Now I am not going into the distinction of what is the difference between web application, what is the difference between website, or what is the difference between portal and all that. Okay, so I am just covering a very upper part. See what actually the web development means what? See where the tasks are associated in development of the website. And now what is the website? The website which are hosted over the live server and which we are accessing with the help of either internet or internet. Now this internet and internet, it is a part of network, and we know that the internet is what? It is a global network. And now in web development, if we talk only from the development point of view, although there are, if we follow the approaches of SDLC, so there are some important phases are also. But if we concentrate or if we focus only and only on the web, so in web development, there are the two more important tasks. The two most important tasks is the first one is that is the designing, and the other one is known as the backend coding. Now, for the designing means what the web content development, the interface, the GUI, the UI, through which our audience, through which our user interact through my website or through my web development or through my portal. Now, all these websites or all these web contents are actually run over the architecture, and it is a very common and the most famous architecture that is known as the client server. So here the client and server means not that they are the software and like, no, here the client and server means what, here they are the machine over which our application, our web development will work in such a way through which the user can interact and they can, the server or our website will give us the output. So to communicate, to development and to accessing these websites, we need in a broader sense, we need a one browser, we need a one software, and the most importantly, we need a one type of internet through which we can access our resources. So in a nutshell, web development means what? Where our software, our programs will come as a website and they are hosted over the live server, from where using the client server architecture we are accessing the resources. If I am giving you a very simple example, suppose if you want to access the Facebook, so what we need to do? We need to open the browser, we need to type the URL. Now that URL means what? That URL, that is a one type of physical address which converts in the request form, and that means that request will hit to the server of the Facebook, and now if the internet connection is active, then the server will give us the response. Now, whatever the response displayed or whatever the response we are getting on our screen, that is in the mode of client and server. So, web development is simply what? The development of websites, and all that websites are hosting over the live server with the help of internet and internet. Now, what are the important technologies are available for the web development? So, the most common, the PHP is there. Then the Node.js there. Now Node is, that is the very much popular and that is the advanced technology. The Microsoft .NET, obvious the .NET is the very old and the very important technology, the .NET framework in which we are using the ASP and other platforms. jQuery is there. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, these are the very famous and the very important tools in our UX. Then Angular is there, and now the Laravel platforms are also there. So these are the very, I am just highlighting here few technologies, but if you go into the depth, so there are number of technologies are available which actually supports us for the point of web development. These are the few ones, but these are the most important ones. One I forget the Java. In Java we are using the advanced concept like JSP and servlet. In that we also can create the web development or the website. So these are the technologies. And again, it depends on our interest and our skill in which technology we want to move ahead. Now, if we talk only and only about the PHP, so the very basic advantage of the PHP is what? The PHP is the open source language. Now, open source does not mean only it is available freely or we can download it from the internet and we start work. No. Open source means what? The PHP can run on any platform. Any platform means what? On any operating system. Like if we talk about the Microsoft technologies or if we talk about the .NET. So to get the actual performance of the Microsoft or the .NET, we must have a Microsoft Windows operating system. So PHP is the open source. First and very good advantage of the PHP is the open source. Open source means what? It is not, open source means does not mean only it is available freely. No. Open source means what? The program, the code, or the website which we develop on the PHP, it will run on any platform without installing or without having any other tools or any other packages. It will give you the same output, the same performance in any operating system and on the other operating system if you are using. So the first important, the full form of the PHP is what is the PHP Hypertext preprocessor. It is interpreted and executed by the server on page request. Page request means what? Like if I am giving a very simple example, like you are developing a program in the C language, you open a file in TC bin, you write your code, You store your file with the extension of the C, then you press the Control F9. Now, as you press the Control F9, your whole code is executed by the compiler. Your whole code is executed by the compiler. And if there are any error, so error will be prompted. If there is no error, so according to the code, the system will ask to input. According to input, it will calculate and give us the result, that is the output. But what happened with the PHP? Because what we have said, PHP is the language which actually helps us in the web development. So whatever the program, I am just now discussing, or I am just now termed as a very simple the word program. See, whatever the program we have written in PHP language, that will be executed or interpreted by the server. That means here we are not directly dealing with the compiler. Here first we will deal with the server. Now this is the responsibility of the server to execute the code, to interpret, and if any error is there, then the error will be prompted. If there is no error, so it will give us the output according to our code. Return simple output to the user as provides a tremendous amount of functionality to the programmer. And the best advantage of the PHP is what? PHP inherits the number of functionalities or number of semantics and number of syntaxes of the C language. If someone is very much good in the C language, then it is very easy for those to understand how to do a programming in using using PHP language, because PHP is the language which is inherited. Inherited means it have taken the some semantics, syntax, and rules of the C programming also. Can connect transparently to many database systems. Another advantage is what? Because you know the database is the most important part, and somewhere in your previous semester you have studied this subject also. So in web development, databases also have the importance, and database have the equal importance as the web development. Without web development database, we cannot achieve or we cannot have a web development properly. So database, so there are number of databases are available, like Oracle is there, Postgres is there, SQL is there, MySQL is there. So the whatever the databases are, MySQL is there. So whatever the database are there, system database software, I am talking about the DBMS. So whatever the database software or whatever the database systems are available, we can integrate with our PHP code or with our PHP program. Now, as I showed the PHP syntax and structure, the basic, the PHP is similar to C language. Now, all the script that start with the angular bracket and question mark, then the keyword PHP, and end with the question mark and angular bracket. As I said, the PHP is what? It is the script language. So here we need to focus these two things, the start and begin. It will start with the angular bracket, question mark PHP, and then the question mark and end angular bracket. All the lines are separated by semicolon, as we do in the C, C++ also. If there are a single line comment, then the double slash line. White space is generally ignored. It means there is no type of string concept in the PHP. Now comment, if you want to do the comment to single line, multi-line, so as I said earlier, all the semantic, all the syntax and the rules of the C language are as it is inherited in the PHP also, but with some more add-on functionality and packages. Now, this is the simple script that how I am also giving you a demo how to write the script, but this is just a very simple example how to write this PHP script or this PHP script or PHP program. As I said, the program will start with this keyword angular bracket question mark PHP, and at the last angular bracket and closing. $author. Here, whatever the variables we need to discuss, whatever variable we are using, that will be using with the help of dollar symbol. Okay. Now this is the one advantage of the PHP, because if you are coding in the C, C++, then there whenever we use any variable, first we need to define or we need to initialize the data type. But in PHP, there is no role, there is no provision of data type. Just we need to put a dollar symbol. Now whatever the value you want to assign, whether it is the string, whether it is the character, whether it is the integer, whether it is the float, yeah, but to convert from one form to another form, there are number of functions are available in the PHP. There are number of inbuilt functions are available. So they using that inbuilt function, we can convert our variable output from one form to another form. Let's suppose one form to another form, that means some integer to character or some float to integer or integer to float, whatever according to our problem. So whenever we want any variable to be used in our code in PHP, just we need to remember we need to put a dollar symbol in front of it. What we need to do? We need to put a dollar symbol. Now here dollar author, that is what? That is a one type of variable which actually stores a string. Strings are, as we know, always written in the inverted commas in Latin info system. Now another one, there is a dollar message, and I said the hello word. Now echo, like if we are we have come across this C and C++, so there we are using the printf and other statement to print the message on screen. So here the same purpose or the same task is solved by the echo. So echo will what? It will print out the message. So what we write? The author and the dollar space. So in dollar author, what we have enlightened, so it will return as the enlighten dot enlighten info system space. So this is the very simple PHP script. Now why PHP? That is the most important question for us. Why PHP? So it runs on different platforms such as Windows, Linux, Unix, etc., and even the Ubuntu also. As I told earlier, it runs on different platforms such as Windows, Linux, Unix, and etc. That means the main advantage of the PHP being a open source, it will run on any platform. Any platform means simply on any operating system. This language is very simple to learn and runs efficiently on the server side. Remember, PHP is the language which runs on the server side. Now, what actually the server is? Now, there are the two terms. The first thing is, it is a server side programming and the server programming. Always we are very much confused between these two terms. Remember, server side and server side. And server side and server side programming. This is the two terms. If server side, if we talk, it is what? Whatever code we are having and whatever code we are executing with the help of compiler, they will be executed over the server. And client is what? The client is the machine, client is the resource which actually initiate the request. So PHP is the language which actually runs on the server side. Now it is compatible with almost all servers used today, such as Apache, IIS. Now I think this IIS server that is runs in the Windows platform, Apache mainly runs on the Java. But yeah, now these two servers are also support the PHP code. It supports many databases such as MySQL, Oracle, and Postgres. It supports the very much. This all database supports are by the PHP. Now important is what for us. Important is what actually the server is. So remember, my dear friend, these two words, the client and server, these two words we need to be very much clear when we especially focus on this web development. So again, PHP, it is preferred suitable for web development and can be embedded directly in the HTML code. Now you know, and we also know for UI and UX design, we have a better language that is known as the HTML. PHP can also be used to create dynamic web pages. Now, with the help of PHP, we can also create the dynamic web pages. It is often used together with Apache on various operating systems. It can also be used with Microsoft IIS on Windows. As I said, the IIS server, that is Information and Internet Service, that server runs on the Windows operating system. And with the Apache, we can also run it, and it is open source and it is free downloadable. Now, the development environment. Now, from here onwards, our actual development, now previous to this slide, they all are the theoretical concept, but the theoretical concept must be in our mind. What actually and why the PHP and what are the resources are required for the PHP. But this development environment, from here onwards, all the students, please very much focus from this particular slide. Because remember, whatever language you want to use, I am not saying you go for the PHP. Whether it is the .NET, whether it is the PHP, whether it is the Android, whether it is the Node, whether it is the Angular, whether it is the iOS, or whether it is the machine language, Python, any language, if you want, say, I want to start my work using this particular tool and technology, then the first and the very much important point is what actually the development environment. Development environment means what resources we need. What resources we need to develop a program, to start the coding, to execution, and all that. So if we talk about the PHP, what softwares and what tools are required for the PHP, the first thing is we need a integrated development environment. ID stands for integrated development environment. Integrated development environment means what? We need any Notepad++, Sublime, or Visual Code. It means we want a one editor where we can write our code, because PHP is the open source. So there is no such any editor like we have in C and C++, like we have in C and C++. There is no dedicated framework. Same as it is if you have come across with the Windows of Microsoft .NET technology. So .NET also provide their own IDE to write the code. But in PHP, there is no fixed editor. So we need to download any open source editor. Now it depends on the individual. They will prefer Notepad++, they will prefer Sublime, Visual Code, and many others are available. Next thing we need, that is what the local host. Now, in earlier side, we number of times we come across with the one server. So where is the server? If we talk about like websites, the websites are hosted over the server, and the client will give the send the request, and server will give you the response. So where is the server in my machine? That is the important question. Where is the server in my machine? If we are claiming that PHP is the language here, if the PHP is the language which can be, it is often used together with Apache on various operating systems, and it can also be used in the Microsoft IIS on Windows, which is open source and it is free downloadable. If we are saying it is run over the any web server and all that, so where is that web server? So first we need to install that particular server or that particular package on our machine. Our machine, that means what? In simply on our laptop. So we need first what? Localhost. Localhost means what? When we are in the development mode, when we are in the development stage, so the client is also my machine and server is also my machine. So when I write the code in PHP and to the code to be getting executed by the PHP, I need what? The local server on my machine. And that local server must be belongs to the PHP. That thing we must be remember. So to install the PHP, we suggest you to AMP. Remember, AMP stands for Apache, MySQL, and PHP. This is the package. Remember, AMP means what? This is the package which gives you the Apache. Apache means what? This is the web server which is responsible to execute or to compile our PHP code. MySQL, which provides us the database services, because we have said over here, it supports many databases such as MySQL, Oracle, and Postgres. So here, what we use MySQL and the PHP. Obvious the language which we are using, that is the PHP. So PHP. So AMP is what? It is a combined package. When we install the PHP, so it is a one compiled package that is known as the AMP. So remember, Apache, MySQL, PHP. It is the software itself. It is available for all operating systems. As we said in the last line, it is open source and it is free downloadable. So it is available for all operating systems. There are many AMP options are available in the market. Now there are many AMPs. Now what is that AMP? I will WIM. Suppose if you are using the Windows operating system, remember my dear friend, if you are using the Windows operating system, then we need to download and install WIM server. WIM stands for the Windows. Remember AMP, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. If you are using the Linux or Unix, or let's suppose if you are using the Ubuntu operating system and any other version of Linux, so you must have to download and install LAMP. LAMP, where L stands for Linux. Suppose if someone is using the Mac or Apple iOS operating system, so they need to install MEMP. MEMP, that means M stands for Mac. Suppose you are using the Solaris, so here S stands for Solaris. If you are using the FreeBSD, so F is there. So these are the WAMP server. These are the AMP servers which are available almost in all the operating systems. Windows for WAMP, Linux for LAMP, Mac for MEMP, same for this. If you go onto the website and you just type in Google very simple keyword like download the WAMP, so all the versions of the WAMP servers are available. Whatever version you want, you simply select download and click and install. Now above all these, XAMPP is the most important. XAMPP is short for cross-platform. XAMPP, S-A. XAMPP is short for cross-platform Apache, MySQL, PHP, and Perl. Now this XAMPP server means what? If you write the code in the XAMPP server, so XAMPP server will work, or XAMPP server will run in any operating system, whether it is Windows, Linux, Mac, SAM, whatever. because XAMPP is what it is, a cross platform. And nowadays, each and every developer, each and every organization who works in the PHP domain, they all are working in the XAMPP. Now, reason, because in early days we have a language PHP, but nowadays, if I think you also have a word, now PHP also supports the multiple framework. Multiple framework means what? MVC architecture. MVC means what? Model, view, and controller. So when we have a MVC architecture, so there are the frameworks are available like CodeIgniter and Laravel. These two are the most common and the most important frameworks, that is the CodeIgniter and Laravel. But yeah, to have a knowledge of the framework, we must have a knowledge of this basic PHP language. So this the XAMPP server is the server which actually runs on any platform. Reason, because suppose if I have a code, I have a developer website in the Windows operating system. And if I want to execute it on the Linux operating system, then again I need to install that particular length over that particular server. But if I put it in the XAMPP, so it will run as it is on any operating system. Because nowadays we have a fashion, we are using the two different operating system in our single machine. We also have a Windows operating system, we also have a Linux operating system. So to overcome this problem when we are dealing with multi-operating system in single machine, so the better option is what? That is the XAMPP. Because we in our organization, we are also using the XAMPP platform. So XAMPP stands for again cross-platform, Apache, MySQL, PHP, and Perl. Now what are the steps? This is a development environment. So for the PHP, we need only what? Three things. The first one is what? ID. ID means what? Notepad++, Sublime, Visual Code, any. Second one is we need any server, either Windows, and that means WAMP, LAMP, MAMP, cross-platform, XAMPP, whatever. And the third one that is we need is that is what? Our interest, our knowledge, and our learning. These three things are required for the PHP. First one is ID, any local server, all has to be run on our machine. And third one is our knowledge, our interest, and our learning. These three things are required. Now, what are the steps? The first and the important thing, if we are the Navy user, if we are the Navy learner, and just I have started to working over the PHP, the first thing is that we need, that is the configure and start the local server. The first thing that we need to do, that is what? The configure and start the local server. Now, how these steps are executed, I will show you the little demo. Okay, so have you seen my desktop screen? Sir, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so my dear friends, if I click on this start button, and because the XAMPP server is already installed on my laptop, and due to some development complications, because number of projects are there, so I cannot uninstall it. I will just show you how to run the XAMPP server once it is installed properly. Although the installation is very simple, you just need to download the package and then simply click, and click. There is no any problem. So once the installation process is completed, then on our start button, if you see the XAMPP is there, the XAMPP control panel. Now, as I click on the XAMPP control panel, a panel is open. Okay, as you can see, the Apache and MySQL. These two important modules are important for me. These two important modules are important for me because Apache is what? This is the local server which will run on my machine. Right now, because we are in the development mode, we are not on the live mode, because once the website is okay, then we will host it over the live server, like using the DNS and using the cPanel. So that is the one different story. But when if we talk only and only about from the development point of view, so once we install the XAMPP server, so we will, and as I click on the XAMPP, so this XAMPP control panel will open. And I need to focus these two things first. The one is what? Apache, because this is the web server, this is the web local server which will run on our machine. And second one is the MySQL, which gives us the database services. This gives us the database services. So first we need to run it. So I click on the start, and again I will click on this. So these two services from the XAMPP, that will come into the running state, because it will give you the fine. Okay, this start. Now I will minimize it. Then as you can see over here in your control, in your startup, you will see this startup, the server is. Now how to check whether the server is working in mode or not? How to check whether the server is in working mode or not? So I will simply type in any web browser and I will type localhost. So as I type the localhost, I will see the simple dashboard string of them server, that is Apache, MariaDB, PHP, and Perl. Now the one thing, if you focus on this URL, you will see localhost. I said what localhost means, what it is the local server. But it is the local server. If you just right now concentrate on this URL, it is the localhost. Now after this 8080 is what it is the port, because we are using also the .NET technology in my machine. So you need to simply, suppose there is no other server like Java or Apache, or suppose there is no any Windows or any .NET technology on your machine, then you can simply type localhost and your Dev server will open. But if I press the localhost, so it will move me towards the IIS server. Reason? Because we are using the Windows operating system. So all the Windows operating system give priority to the Windows services. But suppose if in your machine, in your laptop, there is no IIS, so it will simply run over this. As you type simply o localhost, so your Zen server will open. Because in my machine, in my laptop, I have a development in two different technologies. So by default, it will take this localhost, because you know the by default port is what, 80. So this IIS server is taking the by default port 80. So this II is not the pop of our for today's this session. So that's why you need to set what this port. Now how to set the port if suppose there are the two local servers on your machine, that we also need. Right now as you can see the port number is what, 88. Right now as you can see the port number is what, 88. Again I will open my this game control panel. First I need to stop it. Then I will simply open the config. All the steps are very simple. I will open this config Apache HTTP conf file. Now the file will automatically open in this Notepad cluster. And here you can see this listen. This is my port number which I have set. Now suppose if I set 8080, if I will type 9090 and I simply save it, close it. Now again I will restart my server. Again I will start my database services using MySQL. Okay, and now I will refresh it. As you can see, it will use me the error that hum can't reach this page. Localhost refuse to connect, although the server is in the running mode. As you can see, Apache and MySQL both are in the running mode, but still it does not give me the proper output on my screen. Reason? Because of the port number. So here in place of 8080, what I will write 9090. Now it will come. So my dear friend, this is the very much important from the development environment point of view, because might be possible you have using the Windows or .NET server also, and above that now you are trying to install and using the same program. So this port conflict problem may come in front of you, but you don't have any idea, so you just think installation is not done properly and all that. So don't worry in that case, just simply stop it, open this Apache config file, this localhost, this notepad file, and here in listen, just change your port number and your server will get started. Nothing, very simple. Now again I am setting on 8080, again I will start it. Now I will refresh it, so it will give me the error because we have again set the port to 8080. So this is done 8080. So again the server is coming in the running mode. So this is the first step that we have for where is the presentation. This is the first step, that the localhost configure and start local server. Now remember my dear friends, to start this local server is most important. And remember one more thing, because number of times we are committing the mistake. Everyone, even our few new developers also, they are also complaining to us, yes sir, I am writing the whole code very correctly, but still I am not getting any output, because they just forget this simple step to start these two servers in their same control center. So you also don't forget, and as the reverse process is also needed. Once your all the task is done, don't shut down your system directly without clicking on this stop button. So these are the very few and very little step, but these are the very important. Okay. So once all this done, our first step of this we configure and start local server. Now next important is whatever you are installing the VM server, it will create a one directory or folder in your C drive. C drive means what? Where your operating system is installed. As you can see, this is the XAMPP folder automatically. Suppose if you are installing the XAMPP, so automatically the drive in which your Windows operating system, a separate folder will be created over there. Suppose if you are using the WAMP, so the WAMP folder will be created over here. Here in the XAMPP, we are not focusing and we are not bothering about the other folders, but we are very much heavy concentrated on this htdoc. We are very much concentrated on this htdoc. Now, how to write the code? This is the most important point. See, how to start, how to writing the code. So what we need to do in htdoc folder, what we need to do, we need to create a one folder of my own. I need to create a one folder of my own and I will give it the name according to my easiness. So let's suppose I am giving the folder name is what? Paste. Where it goes, it is over here. Now this folder is again empty because I have not done anything from the coding point. But what is the first step? Once you have installed your local server is in the coming in the running mode and you have checked it over here. Okay. Then the next step is you need to go in your htdoc folder. You need to go on C drive, your XAMPP folder, under XAMPP folder, find out the htdoc, and to save your all work, you need to create a one folder of your own like test, whatever. Now if you go onto the test, there is no file, the folder is empty. Okay, you will take it. Now here, what I will write localhost. A number of times we are typing the URL. So I will also type my XAMPP server is on localhost and port number 8080. It is maintained. Now after slash, I will simply type the folder name because I have created a folder test. So it will give me the index of test. Index means all the files which are listed in this folder. So there is only no file, so there is only parent directory. Parent directory means what? It is only the test. Again give me the at the root position. So now here what we need to do, whatever code we need to write, we need to be developed over here. So again what we will do, we will open our notepad because I have said earlier to write the code in the PHP language, we must need any editor, whether it is Notepad++, Visual Code, Sublime, whatever. I will be using the Notepad++. Okay, in Notepad++, we will create a one new file. First, we will save it. So click on Save As button. Where is our root? In the C drive, XAMPP, under XAMPP, htdoc, under htdoc, this is my test folder. And here I will simply give it the name test1. Now the extension or the save as file is the PHP, like this one. You will find out the extension. PHP Hypertext preprocessor file. I will save it. Now you will see test1.php. Physically, I also need to check test1.php. Okay, it is come. Now after localhost test, now I will refresh it. You will see the file is there. File is 0 because nothing. File is totally empty. Now I will run it. Since there is no code, so my whole browser screen is blank. Now we will start writing the code. So how to write? I simply said open this angular bracket question mark, then the PHP and this closing. In between that, first I will simply use echo to print the message on the screen, and I will simply write over here and separated by the semicolon. Simply save it. Again we will go on to the browser. So you will see the output Parul University. Okay. Again, suppose from the local host, I stop my server. I again stop my server. I run my application, my file. Give me the same error because server is refused to execute because server is stopped. So this simple process we need to remember. Okay, again done. So you will get the output. So whatever code, this is the simple way. I am not concentrating how to print this method. But these are the simple steps how to write the code, how to create the file and how to write the code. The very simple step. Again, as you want to create, you just open this folder in C drive, the same folder. Under the same htdocs. In htdocs, you need to create your own folder like test, and in that you need to create the code file using .extension php. Once your code is complete, then again you need to get browser and you need to check it. Let's say suppose if I again type the next line, I take $a, as I said the variable $a equal to 10, and I take $b is equal to 20. Now I said this is the PHP, so no need to use this variable declaration like integer float and all, then like $a plus $b, because to use each and every variable we must to precede with dollar symbol echo, and I will simply put $c. So we will get the simple output over here, that is the 30. We will simply get the output over here, this is the 30. So this is our simple system. Okay, so in this way we can create the PHP file. Now the next thing comes is, we have said and we have read the PHP code is easily embedded with the HTML, because you also know to code or to develop the web pages or for the designing point of view. From the designing point of view, the PHP embedded easily with the HTML. Let's suppose I am giving you one example over here. Now this is my simple PHP page. This is our simple PHP contact us page. Now this type of pages you will find over the internet also. There are number of such type of pages are available in the form of HTML. This is simply the HTML page. The full form, as you can see here, the path, the form. This is simply the HTML page. Now, if we want this particular page to be used with the PHP language, and my task is whatever the data is to be filled by the user on this page, and as I click on the submit button, it will be stored in my database. Okay, just to give you the overview ki how HTML, PHP and database. Remember, because for development of the website, we need a designing. Once the designing is ready, then we have to code, and to whatever the data is given by the user or whatever the data user want to fetch, they should be stored somewhere in the database. Like if I would say whether we are using the Facebook, Google or everywhere, to give us the proper authentication, we need to do a simple authentication process, that is our login ID and password. But have you think of where that our ID and passwords are stored? So they are stored somewhere on the database of that particular website, and in between there is the coding which actually takes the input in this form. Using this form, they takes the input from the user, and according to logic and according to data fetch from the database, they will be matched, and if they are matching ID and passwords are met, then we are login. Otherwise the proper error message are prompted. So here the aim of to give you this demo is just to encourage, just to give you a overview, see how the HTML page, our backend coding, whether it is PHP, .NET, Java, whatever, and ultimately the data is stored in the database. So whenever you come across any such type of requirement where the data will be provided by the user or enter, because you students have also filled number of examination forms. So whenever number of forms and number of exam, when you fill the detail and you click on the submit button, the details are stored. So if you want to do such type of thing, so first we need to develop, or first we need to design what? Database. What we need to do? First we need to create a database. Now I am very much sure that you have already studied the database subject, so the basic concepts of the database is to be clear to you. So if we talk about the PHP, how to create the database in the PHP, so as you open localhost with your port number, if you set the port number, and here you will see the PHP myadmin. Here you will see the PHP myadmin. So we will click on this PHP myadmin. Okay, so all the database related functionality of this database server is over here. The database server is over here. On the left hand side, if we see on the left hand side, if we see, so we have a list of the databases which we have created right now in our machine. Suppose if we want to create a new database, so here again the big advantage is that here we do not have to directly deal with this DTL or DML queries. Like I am very much sure you have studied the number of queries, insert and create, then update, delete and select, then join, inner join, outer join, which there are number of select clauses are and all that. So here we do not need to write the query, simply we have a good interface. So whenever you want to create a database, first simply we need to click on the new. So here I need to enter the name of the database. Suppose I give the name as case and simply I will create. So as you can see, my database is created and it is listed over here. But since there is no table, so database is empty. Because you know though in database we need to create what table, and there may be a number of tables that again depends on the requirement, and that again depends on what operations we want to perform. So if we talk about this particular waveform, so here we need to store, or here we need to store the data which is to be filled by the user from anywhere, and it must be stored in database so that in future the details can be accessed, and the future will be, and the data will be computed as per the requirement in future. So here we first need to create a table. So suppose I will give the name of the table, suppose SORT. So how many number of columns I want? So simply whatever the columns, first I will count it in advance, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And one more extra we need 6 for the ID to unique identify each and every record. Okay, so go. So a tabular structure in front of us, like in create table, table name. Then for create table, table name, and here they we need to see the each and every attribute in the form of queries. So here simply we have an interface. Whatever the field of the name, suppose I will give it as the name, ID, integer, all the types which we have studied or which we have studied are available. Like I suppose simply integer, length, I give it the 5. Okay, so we will move ahead. Attribute we will not to say index. Okay, the keys. We have already studied the number of keys like just a minute, like primary key, unique key, index key, and all that. So here our ID will be primary key, so all the record will be identified uniquely. I will simply AI add, it is what auto increment. After ID, then the next is what name. So I will give it the field as a name. Name must be where. Okay, where the length would be 50. It should not be null. We want any value in that. So we'll give after name. The next is what email. Okay, so email is there. Again, it will be where. We will simply give it the size 50. After email subject. Okay, so list is what subject. So field name is what subject. That is where. Again, we will simply set is 50. Then date. Okay, so date is there. Here we have a data type like date. So when we are, remember one thing, when you are using the data type date and type, so no need to specify the size, keep it as a blank. Last one is what? Okay, message. I will simply type it as a message, and where since the message can be long, so we will give it as 200. Once all this done, we will click on the save button. Okay, there is one. Just a minute. Okay, go now this. So if you want to see the architecture, this is the architecture of our whole table. Like ID is there, name is there, email, subject, date, message, type which we have declared with their sizes, collation, attributes, null, allow, null, not, default, any position, extra, auto increment. As and when any entry is stored or put or insert over there, this will be implemented. Suppose if you want to make any changes in this particular field, so change option is there. Like 50, so 50 to I just to the 60, so save it. You can see the changes over here. Same as it is, if you want to remove any field, so drop option is there. It will ask you, do you really want to execute alter table for drop message? So if you click OK, so this particular field will be removed. If you click on the browse, so it will give you the table structure. Since there is no data, that this is simply the blank. If you view over if you deal with the query syntaxes, like this select, insert, update, this type of queries, DDL and DML statements we have already deleted. So all these query syntaxes you will find out over here, this statement. So structure will give you the highlight. Now here also in your listing of the database, you will find out now there is one table created under the test. The name of the table is what? Call. So once all this done, that means the task done from the database point of view. That means what our database is clear. Why we created the database and table? Because our task is what? To store whatever the data entered by the user, and it must be stored somewhere in the database. So database is created. So this task is done. So now we are free from the database point of view, but we will still keep it open for reason because we are in the development stage. Now the next task is what? We need to make a connection between database and our PHP code. Reason, because remember, if you look at the control panel, so this Apache and MySQL, these two are the separate, although they are grouped under the control panel, but these two are the separate processes. What? These two are the separate processes. To use this database in my machine, in my code, first we need to establish what? First we need to create a connection string. What we need to do? We need to create what? Connection string. Remember, now if we write such type of simple code in PHP, then we do not need any type of connection to establish a connection or first to write a connection code. But if we have created the database and if we want to use the tables in our code, then first we need to create a file, and that is known as what? Config file. What we need to do? First we need to create what? Config file. Okay, so in the same folder, test folder, first I will do what? I will create a config file. So I just simply copy Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. I simply copy it. First I will rename it because it's the same name, so it will give me the error. So I will give it the name config. Remember, whenever you also have the development and PHP and you develop with the database and you want to store the database in your code, then we need to create the config. Okay, I will open it in the Notepad++. Now we will remove this particular code. Now my dear friend, remember, when we want to establish the database connection and when we are dealing with the config file, we must have to declare the 4 parameters. The 4 parameters, the first parameter name is what? It is the server name. Okay, the first parameter is what? It is the server name. What is the name of our server? So that is what? Local host. This is the name of our first server. We need to set 4 parameters. The first parameter is what? Server name. Now the second one is what? It is the user name. So username is what? ROOT root. These are the fixed. But since this is the tradition, this is the custom, this is the rule, this is the syntax, this is the semantic that we need to do. So we are doing this. So we are setting this 4 parameter. Out of the 4, the first one is what? Server name, because we are using the server is what? Localhost. Now this is the localhost. Here also we have a localhost. Okay. Now the username is root because we are at the root directly at the root. So since we are giving it the root. Now the third one is that is the $password. Okay. So right now we are not setting any password, so we simply keep it as a blank. After password, the last one and the most important, the DB name. DB name is what? Your database name. So my database name is here is what? It is the table. Okay. So these 4 parameters are set. After that, we will make a one connection variable name as a quant. Okay. After that, we will make a one variable quant. These all are the variables. Don't worry. Remember, $server name, $username, $password, $db name. These all are the variables, and we have already assigned the values. Server name, localhost. Username, root. password, no, nothing, no password we have said. So keep it as a blank. Database. Now as you can see, 1 minute. If you can see, so there are this number of database I have created. There are number of databases. But since we want to use the case, so we will give it as a name. Now here in the $con, we have created a one variable $con. Here we will use the one function of PHP that is known as the mysqli underscore connect. What function we are using? mysqli underscore connect, and in this function we are passing this four parameter. Like the first one is what? $server name, comma. If you can see, it will also give you the same syntax. How? Then $username, then comma, $password, comma, $db. Okay, so we have passed these four parameters to the function mysqli, and whatever the results are generated by the mysqli, that will be stored in the variable one. Remember, in the C language, you have used a function string length to calculate the length of the string. So that is what the system defined function. String length you are using. Suppose whatever the length, how many characters on the string. So suppose you have entered a word like parul. So as you enter this word parul with the string length function as a parameter, so it will give you the length, how many characters are there in the string parul. So same as it is mysqli connect is what? This is the function. This function will automatically run when we execute this file, and this function will cover this particular four parameters. Whatever the result generated by this function, that will be stored in the variable path. Now, if you want to check it, whether our connection has been done successfully or not. So mysqli, again we will use the mysqli underscore, just a minute. Okay, mysqli underscore connect underscore error. And in that, simply we will call this function to check whether this has been done. You know, every if has any response, and every if has a one else part. Okay. So mysqli connect with this four parameter, whatever the output, it will store in the variable path. Now, if we just want to check whether any connection has been made properly or not, whether the connection has been made properly or not. So what function we use? Simply mysqli collect error. No, any error is generated or not when we connect with the database, when we passing this four parameter. My dear friend, again remember, in interview, whenever you go in any interview and you say I am very much good in the PHP, then they will definitely ask you the first question, how many parameters are needed to make the configuration file, to config file or database connection in PHP. So remember these four parameters we need. And these four parameters we need to pass this particular function mysqli. Whatever the result, we will simply store in this variable. Now to check whether the connection has been made successfully or not. Whether the connection has been made successfully or not. So again we will use the one function, it is mysqli connect error. No. Here we will simply write echo. We know that to print the message, we simply use echo failed. Failed. If any error is there, so echo failed. If no error is there, so in else part we will simply write echo success. Done. Done. Now again, where this config file is stored, so again it is stored in the exam htdoc series. It is on my same folder. So if I want to run it, so success. See, okay, the connection has been established. That means whatever the parameters we have passed. Suppose if I change the name of the database and I give the name as the test one, although this database is not exist. Okay, and now I will warning. mysqli connect hy give the error unknown database test1 in C RAM test config on line number 7 and give us the output failed. Why? Because the database 7 on line number 7. Okay, this line number 7 in the database test when we pass this parameter. So this database is not in existence. So what output we get the page, and especially with the warning that the unknown database is attacked. Okay, so we just again rectified and keep it as a case. Now again, if I stop the server, I stop it, my MySQL server, and still I try to run it. Again, it gives me the error. No connection could be made because the target machine actually refused the reason because our local host MySQL server is closed. So again, the error prompted is what? Okay. So once server is okay, we will get the output what? Success. So the third step is also done. This create database and open required folder and all that connection, make a connection or configure the file. This is also done. Now the next is what? Once all this done, connection is ready, our page is ready, everything is ready. Now the next one is what? It is index file. Okay, this particular form. Okay, this particular form. This is simply the HTML form. This is simply the HTML form. So what we need to do? We need to shift it or we need to move it this HTML form with all its CSS and supportable files into our target folder. So I simply copy it from here and my target folder, that is the paste. Okay, I will simply paste it. Here it comes. If I again go into the browser and I simply see my root folder paste, so it runs this particular page. But I click on the submit, nothing will happen. I click on the submit because there are some validations. Okay, but if I click on this button, nothing will be happen. So first, what you need to do, see whatever the HTML pages you have, move it. First, we need to change their extension because if you click and open in Notepad clusters, you will see the extension is what? HTML. So first, we need to change their extension. Again, we will go to the save as. Okay, the folder is saved. Now we need to convert it into the PHP. Now we will close. Then now we need to work in this particular file. So whatever the HTML pages we are using, first we need to convert that extension and convert them into the PHP. Okay, now we will open the page, open the form. Now we will open the form. As you can see, so this is where simple the HTML code. This is simply the HTML code. And we will run over here also. Just a minute. Okay, sir, just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes, and then I will end the session. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if you can see this particular page, so there are these input types that you have a number of times you have studied when you are dealing with the HTML. So these are the input types, and in input type, remember when we deal for using with the PHP coding, so we need to keep it as the name. Every input type must have a name so that uniquely we can identify them. And upon that, we must have to use this form tag. In form tag, we need to use what? This action. Action means what? As you click on this submit button over here, you can see as you click on this submit button, whatever the data is filled up by the user in this input type, that will be processed on the page that is known as what? Process.php. That will be processed on the page and that is known as what? Process.php. I will show you the 1 minute. So in that process.php, first we need to include in our, again we will write simply the PHP code. So first we need to include what? Config.php. Why? Because we are using the database. So first we need to include what? Config. As you in the C and C++ language, you also write include stdio.h, include folio.h. reason because all the files or all the functions of that particular file we can use. So same as it is to make a database, we are using this config file. Now $name, $email, sub, post message. This will come from here. The name we have given, $name, $email, $sub, date. And as you click on the submit button, all the data will be posted over the page that is known as what process.php. So using the $post, we are storing the data in $name, email, subject, and here. Once all the data are stored on my local variable, then simply we will pass what this insert into. What is the name of the table? We know that insert into table name. So here the name of the table is what sort. Then whatever the fields are there in my table, so the fields are there in my table, all these fields, and then simply we will pass the variable value in that particular field. So simply we are passing what here over the in. Now whatever the results are generated, okay, if this SQL, now this SQL query, whatever the query you written in this SQL, that will be merged with this our con. Con means what? Our configuration file. Here you know that in the config, this is con. So this variable we can use reason because we are using the config.php. So this query output we will merge with this variable con, and finally the Microsoft query. So result will automatically stored in the database. So here if we remove it, I simply type a name Akshar, email a.com, then subject OS, date we will select 31st. Hi, I am good, and I click it, successfully added. So data will be stored over here. As you can see, browse. So you can see one Akshar added OS. So data will be stored in the database. How it is stored? Remember, in your index file button, this HTML tag you can set very easily, but above it you need to use the form tag. In form tag you need to use the action. In action you need to give a page where this all the data will be posted by using the method post. So we will be redirected to process.php. In process.php, since we are using the DDL, DML, SQL database statement, so first we need to include config file. Then with the help of post statement, we need to store the values in local variable, and then we will simply merge it with the SQL statement. Okay, so this is simply the very basic overview of how to use the HTML, PHP, and database with our program. Okay, so I hope you will have a very detailed idea how to do or how to perform all these actions. So this is all about from my side. And okay, thank you very much to listen me very patient and very carefully. If anyone have any doubt, then definitely they are welcome to ask me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Aksar Mule, sir, for your valuable time. Amazing information about the PHP and the HTML programming. I think students having all the doubts they are having, all the doubts will be clear. Whatever you are given the examples. It was a very useful session for our students, and like it was an amazing experience by throughout the session. I would also thank to our principal sir, Professor Jatin Vaidya, and HOD ma'am Poonam Faldu to provide the endless support and motivation to such kind of the initiative. Thank you very much.
Definitely. Thank you everyone.